to do something quick. I'll be right back. It's cold outside. It's blustery. I got the duality going on. Light, dark. Oh, I got it both in me. Oh my goodness. Well, will people find? What will they do when they find out? Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna use this as a mirror. I need my light. This is my coat. When you volunteer to kill people in places we got no business in, they'll feed you, they'll clothe you, they'll give you big jets to drop big fancy bombs. They'll just give you all the death toys, all the murder weapons to pay homage to their gods. We don't got the same God. When they put in God we trust on money, they ain't talking about the same God I believe. Where is that Sharpie? I did this to my, with electrical tape. I did this to my old PT sweatshirt. It says Air Force. I saw somebody on social media the other day. They had the same generation sweatshirt I had. So that means they're probably enlisted within the same 4 or 5 year window that I did. Where is that? I just had that confounded. Sharpie. I just had it. Did I put it in the basket? I always put it someplace where I can find it handily. Where it's accessible, and then I forget where that place is. It's really, really windy. I had an instance this morning. You know, God, my heart, good orderly direction. I just keep doing the right thing, and universe puts me right in line of the things that I need to see. And I was letting they dogs have breakfast this morning, and I let them out, and And I thought it was the kid, the dude that lives next door, but he has his little minions. He has his little people he lets like crash on the couch, and then he like makes them rake his leaves and stuff, do like his grunt work and shit like that. I thought it was him, but it was one of his minions, and he was over by the power breaker. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, here we go. So what I do, actually, I'll just take it off. It'll be easier to do. I fix it, see, because they put a typo in there. So what I do is I fix it. What I make it to. So there, that's better. I fixed it. Now it says the USA Air Farce. See? It's a farce. All of it. All this stuff you could click. You could close some people, but not all. This is all props. Like in a script, like in a movie. Because politicians, they're reading lines off of paper. Just like athletes, they're reading plays off a playbook. Entertainment people world, they all do what they're told to do. All of them. Ain't none of those people are living what we are given. Free will. Because they traded that free will. A lot of them traded that free will for stuff in their butt. It's crazy. So, there, we fixed that. Hi, pretty girl. She says, I'm not in the mood. I don't know why you came out here. You were in the bedroom with Grandma Retta. Turnover is high, though. A lot of that stuff dying away. A lot of people are going to become less obedient because their controllers and the powers that they have allowed with our free will, they're being freed up because they're all dying. All these ideologies, all these people that designate how this is how things are gonna be because don't you know, all of that stuff dying. Go. Good riddance. You know. Man, it's so windy outside. Oh, yeah, so homeboy was over there by the power, and I was like, all right. And then he saw me, and I spooked him. Because usually cockroaches only come out at night, and the sun was already coming up. So I heard and got the dog back in the house, and I raced, because I didn't have my phone in my pocket, and I raced down to the end of the trailer so I could take a picture, because I knew as soon as they saw that I came inside, they were going to go right back doing to what they were doing. So I go out there, and I walk, and then, choo, the fan in the bedroom goes down. I'm like, I open the window, and I was like, dude, I said, whatever you did, you just turned my power off, dude. So whatever you did, reverse it or do it again. And he's like, you know, I was again, because I got to keep myself down here, because evidently I'm oh so fucking scary that people like stick their tails between their legs and their head up their ass whenever they deal with me. So I got to be real careful and talk real soft for the meek. So, you know, and let your controller know that I ain't mad, so he don't break out my window, because I'm just letting you know that you turned my power out. See, all this shit, I don't fucking care. If it weren't for Mom, I wouldn't give a shit about any of it. People could, I can take asshole all day long, because people have been giving me their shit my whole fucking life, and I'm just like, whatever. Because what if you just take it? Oftentimes people will get bored and they'll go give it to somebody else that's going to react and respond. See, I'm an asshole magnet. I've been surrounded by assholes my whole life. My brother's probably the biggest asshole I ever met in the world. We came out of the same place. We were woo mates at one, well, not mates, but not at the same time. We're not twins. Although people thought we were twins. We were 2.5 years apart. Boy twins, even. Anyway. I always thought I was a freak of nature. Because people were, I had to be a freak of nature. That's the only explanation why people treated me like, it like looked at me like I was a freak of, like I thought I had horns out of my face and stuff. Because people, the way they looked at me was like, ugh. Then I learned I'm a reflection of them. So they're looking at the ugliness in themselves. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal when people are fucking singling me out, you know, for all kinds of reasons. Getting laughed at, ridiculed at my whole life by the fucking, you know, asshole mama's boy. That whole ideology. The whole ideology that grew up and is ruining the fucking planet now. Because mama never disciplined and mama never told them no, and mama always told them all the wonderful things they did, and then they're fucking like digging holes and freaking putting cats in them and running their heads over with lawnmowers and doing all this weird fucking gross shit because they don't know what good orderly direction is, because they just know what easing God out is. Living from that ego all the time, 24/7, 365. Whatever people can do, and people are just trying more and more to feed it, to just, oh God, I must have instant gratification. Fucking why? When there's so many people suffering on the planet, why do you get to be comfortable? Why should anybody be comfortable when there's so much fucking suffering in the world? Why should I be comfortable? I'm not comfortable because there's so much fucking suffering on the world. And when you live in places like I do, it's just more, it's so fucking disgusting, dude. Because it's such a small place and there doesn't need to be lack at any place. But you got the fucking controllers that get to designate, that like to, you know, playing chess with people's lives, and it causes harm. It causes a lot of harm. And then my world is so small. My planet Earth is so tiny. My planet Earth is like the inside of this trailer. It's like I'm in a spaceship. Floating in Earth, I just happen to be landed on a big rock. And I'm surrounded by these fucking beings that would rather fucking blow shit up and kill people and things and put shit in their butt than make it cool for everybody. And I can't seem to escape this planet. And it's been painful and uncomfortable my whole life. And I go along with things, and then I see things for how they are, and I'm like, ooh. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not in a fucking world where fucking Freemasons are cool. Freemasons suck ballsack. A big contribution to the downfall of society is fucking groups like Freemasons and bullshit, and I came from a long line of them. And I'm a female, and it never done me no good, so they can stick their little freaking compass up their freaking butt, along with their freaking gerbils and prairie dogs and all the other stuff that they like doing in secrecy. They call it honor, pride. That stuff is deception. All of it. Any group, organization, religion, anything like that makes it nice for just the group and shitty for everybody else. Hey, okay, hey, my name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. People like things that like attracts like, and people like things that are like them, and there's so many things that do not like me. I'm looking for my like. This is the only way I can connect. Except for a nice few old ladies I run into the grocery store every now and again. Everybody's talking authenticity, and I'm like, how come they're not coming by and seeing me? If like tracks like, and I've been authentic my whole entire life, but they don't recognize me. Where is the authenticity in them? I do not understand. I guess it's about whatever we're willing to accept. And I'm willing to accept a lot of things, but I'm not gonna freaking accept and impose reality and The controllers have imposed a reality on this planet for far too long, and as long as I've been on this earth, and there are people that can verify my character, I am not a person that has a history of deception. I have a history of telling the truth, even to my detriment, even when I got in trouble. And people have scattered away from me my whole entire life because they are not the same. They are not like me. And now we see all these people that are benefiting from this gross system. The beast system serving not good orderly direction, because it's not what God intended, having so many people living on the streets. That's not what good orderly direction, all these people given all the budgets to take care of themselves. What they did is they gave themselves pay raises. They bought bigger houses and then had families and spent less time in the office taking care of the beast that created them. Even the most selfish turn away from the beast that create them, that gives them all of the glory that they have been given. Because the ungrateful will always want more, and all that they take will never be enough. And thus, the cracks of society get wider and wider and wider. And I see it, I want to leave all the social media. I want to drop out. I want to dip into a timeline, and if people want to visit that timeline to me, I'm in Taos, New Mexico. Come on out. I imagine having this big old huge birthday party. I'm such a sap, man. And I used to watch that movie. I still do. It hasn't been long since a couple weeks since Mom watched it. It's called Big Fish. Because I can identify with that dude. Bet he was a Pisces. And at the end of his life, all of the people that were characters in his story came together to celebrate. And it just kills me that people have to wait till people die to do that shit, And I imagined, getting banners made that say, Heyoka halfway to a honey, welcome. And I wanted to bring all these desserts that I would make with my own hands to share, and then make an event in the community, invite everybody in the community, and go to restaurants where people were cool and invite them out to share with the community what they have to offer, all because I wanted to bring things together. And every day I wake up and I do actions and I take actions to make this happen, and the universe says, no! And I say, okay. And I take care of Mom and I take care of the dogs and I try and stay busy and I do this and I do this and I clean this and I clean this, and then I go to sleep and I wake up and I said, today's the day I'm going to help. And the universe says, no! Okay. And maybe one day I will wake up obedient, but it is not in my astrology. It is not part of me. The discipline and obedience is something that I've had to learn, and I don't know why others people can't. They can't get it for themselves. Every terrible thing that has ever happened on this planet is because somebody couldn't restrain themselves in some way. Somebody couldn't stop themselves. And I'm pretty sure they probably had that voice in their head someplace. In their psyche. And it might have been a whisper, but everybody's got it. Everybody's got it. Says, wait, don't do that. Don't cause harm. Word is, some military dude did something in a declaration of something. I've seen it on social media. I don't really want to give him any press. I'm going to talk about my friend Walt. I wonder if other people talk about Walt. When I first got sober in Omaha, Nebraska back in 2002, I did everything. I just had to stay out of my own head. I was just like here, I was there, you know. And Walt and his family were one of the families that I helped moved into their house. And they got one of those Habitat for Humanity houses. And me and about, 25, 30 other people gathered and helped them move into their house. And it was a pretty cool experience. Well, later, Walt went on his path. And I went on mine. And then I heard stories about how Walt took himself out. And he's just such a humble, like, heart, like you could just, like, but those are the people I could feel their pain, and they're never going to talk about the stuff that really hurts. That's what I am for in life, is to listen to the shit that other people don't want to hear about. Because chances are, if I've been through, some similar shit, I ain't for the privileged. I ain't for the entitled. I ain't for the trust fund baby. I'm not for those people. I'm for the people that have freaking lived through hell and just want to freaking, get through this day every day for the rest of their life with some semblance of contentment, serenity, joy, peace, whatever they can get. And I won't forget when my buddy told me, did you hear about what happened to Walt? I said, no, what happened to Walt? He said, Walt doused himself with gasoline and lit himself on fire. And whenever I hear stories like that, see, I'm Heyoka empath. So I can't hear stories like that without, for just a moment, feeling what Walt felt. Before Walt didn't feel anymore. And if more people were truly empath like me, they wouldn't be able to watch all the suffering in the world. Because it begins with cleaning up your community, where you live. And where I live, there's a lot of plastic, fake ass fucking, I gotta always hide ads because everything triggers me. So I don't really give a shit that Mary Lou sold another fucking $500 painting because, the people that should own the art galleries don't. Because of nepotism and clubs and the dealing and this person that knows this person, and it's all and I don't like their attitude, so I'm not gonna, it's just all that shit. And people like to come to Taos and visit Taos, and I'm like, why? Oh, they like to watch, it's people's zoo. They want to see, oh, let's look at how the Indians live. And the only people that benefit from it are a few restaurants in town. And the rest of us have to deal with fucking asshole Torons. And I have a feeling there's a lot of communities that can feel my pain. And I don't give a shit about fucking skiing. There's people trying to fucking not die because it's so cold. So I don't fucking care about people going wee down a hill at all. Not until everybody has a place. See, I'm a hard ass, see? Like my whole life, I'm hardcore, is what they used to say. I'm so sensitive. But I could turn, like, if it comes down to it. See, that's why I try to say so light and jovial and in the light side, because people don't want to see the alternative. They don't. I don't want to, I'm very defensive. I have very good reason to be on the defense. there's a lot of people in my life that have not wanted my best interest in life. They have wanted a great deal of harm to come to me. And if it weren't for God's protection in my life, and for as soon as I'm sure as soon as it is that I do that thing that I am supposed to do, it's going to be like a switch and I will be taken from this planet. And I hope people don't fucking act like they were real sad about it. Cause ain't no whole lot of people ain't step up to the fucking plate to act like they give a shit that I'm here now. Ten years ago, my last girlfriend had a surprise party for me, and I watched her like ask me, and not a lot of people came. The people that I care about came, a few. But this is and it had to hurt because I had to learn how people act when they act like they like you, but they don't show up in your life to verify with any evidence that they do. Saying words, Mom used to do that all the time. It fucking drove me crazy. I know a lie. Mom used to lie to me every fucking day, man. The shit that I've gotten over. She used to lie to me all the time. And every month when I was in high school, she'd bring out the suitcase, start throwing my shit in the suitcase, and go live with your father. And I'd be like, joke's on, he don't want me either, dude. You guys they treat me so bad because they were mad at themselves. They were split up, divorced, like should have split your ties, but people can't keep it in their pants, and lust is just so much more significant, and I'm just a byproduct. I'm their parting gift. So they treated me badly because they were mad at themselves for creating me. And I know a lot of other people can feel that and relate to that. And I just have the strength and the conviction of myself to maintain my own autonomy in my life without letting fucking assholes that, do that kind of crap take out the little sparkle that I got in my eye. So yeah, I was gonna have a birthday party. I'll probably still go down to the park. Probably I was gonna hand out flyers, shit like that. I'm a good party planner, and then I'm like, I don't want to plan my own fucking party. It's stupid. How lame am I? I can't fucking make fucking friends to want to even celebrate my fucking existence, And then it's like, it's how it's always been. Hot as over here, sitting in shots only at the point. Cool change might happen sometime in the morning. Hot as sitting in shots. Okay. You're in Connecticut, right? See, and then I think the United States, right? And I think in terms of latitude. And latitude, or parallels, 45th, 40, they're all radio tunes. And people live on these cities incongruent to their frequency and what they're like and what draw to. And then there's all this karma playing out. I ain't sad that fucking, people have played too much and they're starting to see that they're going to have to figure out the work. And I see it because places in Montana, they're unseasonably, they're having that kind of experience because that karma is held within the land. There's a lot of ski places this season that didn't open because they didn't get a snow, yet there's a lot of places that are being pummeled by precipitation. You know what I mean? All the Four Seasons stuff is wonky. It's things are becoming so disheveled because we create the reality based on our frequency. And that's why I'm glad I don't live in a populated area, because you got all these motherfuckers that are scared of shit, and they keep thinking about all this shit that they're scared of. They're going to make that shit happen. It's just, I mean, I recognize the power that we have. I know the power that I have. Ever since I was a little girl, I was like, because I just try stuff and I'd be like, wow, that works. I have the ability to telekinesis. Wow, that works. I just try stuff. Oh, wow, that works. I mean, I've been like remote control clouds my whole life, stuff like that. Cooperating with animals, seeing the significance of where things, that's it's all energy transference. Hey, dude, don't hurt me and I won't hurt you. But you got all these people that do not have that same heart space. So I'm going to let them go ahead and blow up the planet in ever capacity that they're going to do that, however it's going to work out in their psyche. And I'm just going to focus on looking for the flowers to bloom where I'm at. It's like in the movies. Bad guy always dies a real ugly bad death. There's a lot of bad guys. And I think that these people are starting to realize the error of their ways. And they're starting to see the patterns like, oh God, when I do wrong, when I'm greedy, they're like, oh shoot, because it's all human nature and we're supposed to learn. So people are learning. People are learning like crazy all over the place. I hope I learn. But it's windy. I was going to go into town, but I can't go. See, that's the thing that's what I was going to show. So this is homeboy right when the power went off because I ran back and I just took a picture. So this is homeboy. That's my power box. That's his hand on my power box. I'm just like, what if I went into town and he did that? I mean, I can't leave mom because it starts to get hot in here. Like, I live in a tin can. I'm trying to get us in a better situation, but I can't do it if nobody fucking wants to become the same frequency as me and allow me into their space because they're oh so powerful. All the fucking powerful motherfuckers on this planet, ain't nobody done no favor to, make way to make things comfortable for Marge. I just think that's so fucking funny, and that's some bad karma. I had a reading done by Michael, the peace stealer, a few years back. And he's like, yeah, sure, you have your karma, He's like, but your existence is mostly, or has more to, not mostly, has more to do with how other people treat you. Like, people, they're, like, hey, Marge, let me help you out and do this thing. I'm not saying that there haven't been people like, God has put people, in our lives as stepping stones to help us just right when we need us. Like, because that's what, you just keep doing the right thing, and then things, I've seen so much evidence, I can't dispute this myself. I wish and sometimes I get scared because my body is always in pain and always hurting, and then when it hurts, then it makes scared more easy to access in my personal life. Because when I feel scared inside, then I have a tendency to create things and problems that would create you want to be scared, we'll give you a reason to be scared. That kind of shit, energetically, so to speak. So, can't go into town because there's I mean, power ain't stable where I live. Because of rats and gerbils and wind and people shooting out transformers and stuff like that just to be assholes, just to be ugly, just to make more ugly in the world, just to, if people just put their energy into doing good instead of tearing down, deceiving, all that other nasty, just this planet could be, my world will get a lot better, bigger. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a